I did it right. Yay. What's going on, everybody? I was like, shit, do I have us on the right side?
Yeah.
We'll see.
I was watching.
Yeah, all right. What's going on, everybody? And welcome back. Or welcome if you're new to the Film Cove. The Film Cove?
Film
Did we
code?
change it? Did we change it? Is it a new name? Might have been. I don't know. To the Film Cave, episode number 57. It's your boy Knight.
What's up, everybody? Logan here. It's going to be probably a short show, not a ton to talk about, but I'm excited to be here still. Let's get it going.
Yeah, no, it's definitely going to be a quick show. Not much to talk about. It's been very, very quiet out there in the world. No pun intended yet. But yes, but we'll definitely make the best of it that we can. We want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you're watching live and or on playback on any of the many forums that we are on, we thank you. If you like what you see here, if you enjoyed the conversation, if you like the show, the easiest way, the simplest way, and the best way to show that appreciation is to hit that subscribe button. It means so much and really helps the channel out a lot, helps with growth, and it keeps our faces, on your screen for quite some time.
That's correct.
Absolutely, and we don't want to go anywhere.
No, we like it. We like it right here. Let's keep it going.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Ronan, what's going on, brother? So, yeah, man.
And Alex, what's up, man?
Oh, yes, sir. Alex, even though I don't know if you're still here or not. I know you're dropping by, but been a long time, man. Been a long time.
Good to see you, Ronan, my boy.
Yes, sir. All right, brethren, are you ready to begin the show?
Yes, sir, I am.
All right. So, for those of you who do not know, a lot of you do, if you keep up with us every week, me and Logan, we just so happen to be a couple of what?
Fucking nerds.
Couple of fucking nerds, man. We love to talk about film. We do it any and all day. It's just a part of us. But sometimes
that's what we do.
That's what we do. Sometimes we like to branch off and talk about other things. Step outside the genre, something that we might be equally, if not more, who knows, passionate about. But sometimes film still rears her beautiful head into the conversation. Because why?
Because she's a jealous ass bitch.
She's a jealous ass bitch. Yes, she is. But, you gotta love her. You gotta love her.
Yeah, of course. We all love her. She's that one that you keep going back to. You shouldn't. She's fucking you over.
Absolutely. But that good. You just can't let it go.
Every once in a while, she just blows you away, man. It's just fucking incredible. And you're just like, damn.
Like, Jesus Christ. Like, all of that. All of it. But, whatever. This particular, what am I talking about? I don't know. Fuck it. It's out there in the world, man.
Oh, shit.
That's the name of this goddamn segment. And that took the thing away. Bro, I don't know what happened. It just got...
You just said, you know what? Fuck it.
Fuck it. Just
kind of what happens, the next time you go back with the jealous ass bitch that is, the movie world. You're just like, you know what?
True.
Fuck it.
Fuck it.
Just dive in head first.
Yeah. Just don't fight it. Sometimes you just gotta let it happen. Let it happen. That's all right. But I digress. Because there's a particular fashion in which we do out there in the world. I did remember this time.
Yes.
So, do you mind telling the people in what kind of fashion this would be?
Yes. Normally, out there in the world goes in a traditionary fashion over here at the Film Cave.
Goddamn right. And it's going to stay that way today. Traditionary fashion in a said fashion. My good sir, is there anything you'd like to start us off with?
Yes. Okay. So, I have done my best to get back into reading because I read the Marvel books, the giant, making of the Marvel Studios, flew through them. Incredible. Highly recommend if you're trying to spend, $130 or however much they were. And then I read The Martian, and
Okay.
absolutely fucking loved it so much. Like,
What made you go to The
um,
Martian out of all things? Did
so
you just
it's
watch the movie
my
or something?
so I love the movie. Obviously, it's a fucking incredible movie.
Yeah.
But then my cousin, who is a powerhouse of a reader, like reads 2 books at the same time, and like can go back and forth, like
That's
just
disgusting.
an absolute genius. I know it's just
Yeah.
unbelievable. But he was like, "Oh my god, I just read The Martian." He loves the movie, and he's like, probably my favorite book of all time. And I was like, oh my God, like, okay. And so I bought it, and it took me a while, but when I went on the honeymoon, I was like, I'm taking The Martian, I'm gonna start reading it. And I did start reading it. And when I tell you, I
That's
like
an
got,
appropriate time to take
uh,
it.
yeah, I mean, just laying out on the beach doing a bunch of nothing. It was like
Okay, we put it
the
that way.
most relaxing shit, like literally underneath an umbrella, drink right next to me, palm trees blowing in the wind, and The Martian. I was like, cloud nine, literally.
You
But
drink now?
yeah, I got wine right here.
Oh, I thought. Oh, I guess it's like hard drinks. I guess.
I mean, yeah, no, I don't drink like I'm not gonna go have shots, but I mean, yeah, I drink. Um, I don't get drunk, but I drink. But
Fair.
anyway, so read The Martian, fucking absolutely loved it to death. So, for my birthday and for Christmas, I was asking for books, and basically I asked Hannah for the other 2 Andy Weir books. And so this is Artemis, which is the follow up
Ooh.
to The Martian, the one he wrote right afterwards. And literally, let me see, where's my bookmark at? I started this 2 nights ago, and I'm almost done with it.
That's
You
not
know,
bad.
yeah, I
Oh,
mean, I have probably a third left, maybe. Literally last night, in like an hour and a half, I read like 120 pages. It was disgusting.
wow. Okay.
Um, I was fucking flying through it, but I just kind of wanted to give a shout out. I'm hoping it sticks the landing when it comes to finishing it.
Mhm.
Um, but I wanted to give a shout out. I'll definitely give my final review next week. But as of right now, highly recommend. It has definitely been one where I'm like, holy shit, I physically can't put the book down, because basically it's a sci-fi
But next, what
like
is it?
it's a sci-fi heist mobster thriller, basically.
Okay.
Follows a girl, and she lives on a city that is on the moon, and it's the only city on the moon.
Okay.
And she's like super low on the totem pole, like poor as fuck. And basically, she gets hired to do some crazy shit because she wants some good money, and all hell breaks loose. Like she, it doesn't work out, and you're just like going through it, and it's fucking crazy. But what I really love about I guess I can now say this after The Martian and this one is with Andy Weir. He's an engineer and like a scientist, and he's writing these books, and so that's why The Martian is so believable because he like went through the science and tried to make everything work. And so same thing with this, like on the moon, everything is 1/6 gravity. And so like she talks about how like the poor people, like where the poor people live, the stairs, it's like one stair, and then where the 6th stair would be is the next step, because there's no reason for there to be all these little steps because you're 1/6 gravity, you just jump a little bit and you're up there. And they're like, when the rich people from Earth come and hang out and visit for vacation or something, where they stay, there's normal steps because it makes them more comfortable and like all this kind of stuff. Like it's really well done. But anyway, yeah. So I'm
Hmm.
very much so enjoying it, very into it. And once I finish this one, I'm going to go to his next book, which is apparently supposed to be made into a movie with Ryan Gosling. So
Oh,
I'm gonna read that shit, and
okay.
yeah, we'll see what happens here. So, but
My
yeah,
boy's a reader.
trying to be, man, trying to be, but yeah. So it's funny, like you have to fucking pin
Better
me
than me.
down. You have
Yeah.
to pin me down and force me to start reading, and then once I get into it, I'm like, oh fuck, like don't talk to me for a while. Like I'm like,
Oh yeah. No,
I'm
you're better
good.
than me. I
Um,
cannot,
yeah, but
and I
yeah.
probably will
So
not.
wanted to give a shout out to it, Artemis. If anybody's looking, I mean, it's not a long book by any means. I've literally flown. I'll finish it in 3 nights. So fucking knock that shit out.
Hmm. Cool. All right then. I don't have. close to anything for
Oh,
out there in the
really?
world, to be honest with you. Other than just want to congratulate my boy Brady for another great season. You know, didn't end the way I wanted to, but I knew it wasn't due to our depleted team. There's only so much you
Yeah,
can do, especially
true.
going against fucking the Rams. I'm like, well, shit.
Yeah.
Um, so just fucking sucks. But everyone is teetering where they're like, hey, is he done now? What is he
Mm-hmm.
gonna do? He's sending all these little like
Yeah.
messages. I'm
What
like, I don't
is
know.
is his contract up or something? Why is he
He's
sending out those crazy? Like
I
he's
mean,
making it seem like he's going to retire.
he does this every fucking year. So I'm like,
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
He literally does this every year.
Gotcha.
But we will see. I just knowing Brady, I don't think he'll at least go out. He said he wants to play till 45 next year. He will be, and I don't
Oh,
think
got
he'll
it.
leave on this fashion.
Yeah.
Like if he had his whole team, like we're full strong, and
And
he
it
happens to
wasn't good
lose,
enough. Yeah.
wasn't gonna happen. But if he doesn't, then that's a different. Like, listen, we did everything we could.
Sure.
Just wasn't it. But to go like this, I don't think that's gonna sit well with him. So I think he's gonna come back for sure for at least one more year.
Okay.
Because that's just him. We will see. Fingers crossed. I hope you come back, get that ring, homie, and then retire. Because there's nothing else more to prove, but just you want to win. So that's it.
There you go.
Tear it up. All right. Well, I ain't got shit. Oh, we have Kenya, I guess, a few things. The Flash trailer apparently is going to drop tomorrow or something. We just got the Flash in tomorrow. I don't know what that means.
Yeah. Whatever
we get.
we'll see.
Right. We'll see. I'll be at work, so nothing I can do. I'll just watch the
I
shit.
hear you. I know.
Right. The Rock announcing a video game movie. I thought about that, but I'm just like,
We don't even know what it is, so
right. And it's something he used to play all the damn time. I'm like, oh, he's going back to Doom.
yeah, I saw that. That was funny. I've seen
Can you
so many
imagine?
people that
That'd be
are
great.
like, "Holy shit, The Rock as Pac-Man's gonna be fucking wild," and like, I'm like, "Oh man, here we go."
Tetris featuring The Rock,
Yeah.
starring The Rock.
Yeah.
Oh man, that'd be fun. I remember Ed Boon tweeted out Shao Kahn. I wanted him to play Shao Kahn for a minute. Put him in the next Mortal Kombat movie as Shao
Yeah.
Kahn. Done. You got it. I don't know what I'd want him to make though. I don't know.
I saw
There's
like
so much shit.
I could see Gears of War, like what Dave Bautista has been wanting to make. I could definitely see them going, let's go for the much upgraded Dave Bautista and try to get The Rock. Pay him 5 times as much.
But I don't know if he'd be able to play Felix though.
Yeah, I don't know either. So I don't know. It's an interesting, thing. But
It is. I don't know
that was
what I'd
like the
want him to
first
do about
one.
that.
That was the first one that I saw that was like, because that is a video game franchise that could massively have, giant blockbuster potential.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Oh my god. I'm
massive.
surprised they haven't touched this yet.
Yeah.
Touched that yet. To be honest with you.
But
yeah, you can keep it going for sure.
I definitely do not want him as Kratos in God of War. Please do not.
Oh yeah, no.
Please no.
I don't,
But
I don't want that at all. Honestly, there's one I would, and it's funny because I don't know if I still have the picture, but somebody made a mock-up of it.
okay.
If he were to do a GTA type
Oh,
movie,
that's funny.
that'll be great. Like I hope I still have it on my phone and I'll send it to you. Well, if I can show them, because it never works out that well.
I can try to Google it really quick. Maybe
But like it fits so fucking well. I'm like, okay, I want this like now. Yeah, I don't think it's in it. I have it. Must have deleted it. Oh, well. But if I do find it, I'll send it to you. But it's like perfect. It's based off like Miami Vice type feel.
Yeah.
Was that the Vice City? Sorry, not Miami
Vice City, correct. Yeah.
Vice City.
That was the first one I played.
Really? Huh.
Okay, I'm young, all right.
Yeah, I keep forgetting.
And I was way too young to be playing them too. But I can tell you right now, if I'm gonna grab this controller. Something like I could do. So like I played GTA with my friends growing up, and we're in like 4th, 5th grade, and my job was, because it's all single player, and my job was the cheat codes and
Oh
like
yeah,
to memorize them because we all had the packets of printed out
amazing.
cheat codes.
Right,
And my go-to, because you got 5 stars, cops, helicopters, everybody's coming at you. And my cheat
infinite
code,
ammo.
what they would throw at me, they would throw me the controller because it was at their house
Mm.
until I got it for myself. But they would throw me the controller for explode all vehicles.
Oh, that is pretty
And
damn great.
probably could still like do it if I needed to. Like I'm dying to like boot it up and try it because I remember for a fact. So Vice City and for sure San Andreas, it was the same cheat code.
Let's see, like that shit.
Oh
But they
yeah.
had the font in front of it too. Like I was like,
Oh,
oh,
I
that's
got you.
perfect.
Yeah, that's funny. That
Yeah, like
works.
I want all of that.
Yeah,
Um,
but
yeah, that code shit. To me, GTA 3 is still the best. Like, especially when it comes to codes and all of that. Like, 3 is just a classic.
gotcha.
5 now, of course, is the most open world, like batshit crazy,
Yeah. I mean,
especially
been going longer
online.
than a damn
Jesus.
decade or something, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, but GTA Online now for 5 is insane, and people
Yeah,
are annoying.
all this role playing
Bunch
and
of
shit.
trolls and
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, yeah, that shit.
Um, but yeah, the only other thing for out there in the world that I wanted to talk about was, super important, and that is that our boy the Batman won't kill in this movie. Thank you.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Jesus Christ,
um,
this fucking
but no,
guy.
I did
Yes.
want to kind of talk about, so like
Mm.
Matt Reeves apparently did like some interviews that I think like 2 big ones that both came out today.
There's a lot of
And so
excerpts for a lot of
so
shit.
yeah,
Insane.
so a ton of incredible quotes.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to kind of, if anybody hasn't seen that stuff floating around online, I really like, I don't want to know or see anything else from this movie, but hearing him talk about his mindset going in and like Robert Pattinson's mindset and all that stuff, like I'm going to be like, this movie could suck ass. And I have to keep that in my head. Have
I was
to.
gonna tell you because today your tweet, I was like,
Uh,
bro, you're getting
yeah,
too hyped.
no,
Like,
it's
try to
no,
keep it.
literally like, I mean, it's like, I am the best at like, don't let that shit get too hyped because
Right.
it could suck.
It could.
And so, but
The odds
hearing him
aren't that
talk
high,
about it,
but
yeah, I'm hearing him talk about it, I'm like, he really, the movie could still suck, but
mm,
I know he went into this with the absolute best intentions, like the best
okay.
mindset, the, everything that he possibly could. He might just, make a bad movie, and that's very possible.
Mm.
But my God, everything he says, I'm like, fuck yes. Like, and he might also be doing it, looking at his movie and like, oh, I need to sell this shit and like, let me say the right stuff.
Because
But
there's a 4-hour cut floating around now that's being tested.
yeah.
Like sounds like sweet Christmas, but I'm like, okay. But uh, we got the song release too on top of all of that.
Correct. I need to
Um,
listen to that more.
I listened to it on the train today. I do find myself getting, excuse me, more hype with stuff that comes out and stuff, but
Right.
obviously I'm naturally out of controls because I wasn't the biggest on board.
Sure.
So, but it's getting me like, okay, cool. Like my guard's coming down the more and more that I
Yeah.
do it, and I like that. So I think I'm going into it with just the perfect amount of, all right, I'm here, like
Yeah.
take me,
Sure.
type thing. But I see people going crazy. I'm like, listen, like we all what is one is naturally as Batman, so we all just want to be like, oh my god,
Yeah, of course.
but still don't get too crazy because then I don't want it to be like this, that, and then have a fucking shitstorm.
Which, I mean, I'll be the first person to say I'm not the biggest fan of his theme. Like, it's a dreary, like it's unique.
The shit we know I like, but the rest of the song,
Right.
okay.
But when I was listening to the actual like the release song, because it's like over 6 minutes long or whatever.
Yeah.
But when it
Oh,
really starts getting into like the orchestral like moments,
yeah.
I hate to like, I'm wrong. I'm not massively musically inclined. I'm relatively, but I don't know, a ton about music, but like I get lost. I'm like trying to follow the beat during some of it and I get lost.
Yeah.
And I really struggle with that. Like if that happens in a song, like I distinctly remember, this is very random, but Meek Mill on like the last album that he made,
Yeah.
Lord Knows is like a fucking dirty ass song, like in moments.
Mm.
But I don't know what the wording is called whenever it does not keep its time correctly. Like someone knows.
When does it keep its?
But literally, like Lord knows, if you ever want to go and just now that I'm able to tell you,
I'm
because
sure. Yeah.
it should be fucking hype as shit. And one thing I'm a sucker for is when a fucking choir shows up and starts going ah
Oh yeah.
ah, and it's fucking hype and like it's all the harmonies and shit. And
Goosebumps.
oh my fucking god! And Lord knows, it is off. Like he just took an orchestra. He didn't have them come in and sing to the song. He just took one and put it in.
Mm.
And like, I can't fucking listen to the song, even though like it's a badass song when you're listening to the lyrics and like when the beat is hitting, it's hitting. But oh my god, I was like, who the fuck produced this absolute garbage of a song? Like, it's not Meek Mill's fault because it's his producer that need, you know, and that's supposed to put it all together. But I got that like
That
I'm
engineering.
listening to the Batman, and I'm sitting there going like, Giacchino, like you're one of the best around right now. Why can't I follow the beat during this? And I'm thinking
Yeah.
it's because it was actually longer and they spliced it and they didn't
Probably.
keep its time, but it infuriates me and I actually can't really listen to it.
Well, like I told you when it first came out, I'm like, it's just something just doesn't like it's all right. Like something doesn't hit with me. Like
Sure.
there's parts throughout the middle, like it's the same part we just talking about, where I get very fucking Downton Abbey. Like I'm like, this feels so weird. Like it doesn't
Yeah.
know how or where this would fit in the movie, what moment this would play to. I just don't feel it or see it. Like it's just off. And then you have the don 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 don. I'm like, well,
Yeah.
shit. How did we make this jump? I
Well,
thought the whole song was going to be something like that, with its quieter moments, but still
that's
relative.
what
I'm like,
that's what I
oh,
thought was weird is the song titled The Batman or like
right.
the Batman theme should be nothing but the
Oh yeah,
don 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 and like
badassness.
and yeah, that's his theme. And so the
Yeah,
fact that this is a giant piece that has it goes into a different song
completely
basically. And like that should not be like so when I hear like I really like the part
different movies.
when it starts to lighten up and it actually the way I was looking at it is it went from dreary to like heroic and I was like actually excited that there's actually going to be moments in this movie that are massively heroic and this will play where it's uplifting and light and because none of the marketing has shown that but it
Yeah,
does make sense for a Batman movie that he's supposed to save some people and or like people are supposed to look up and be thankful about him at some point um and so I was like I like that they did this but that's not the theme like
yeah,
and so it was a weird thing like the theme should not be 6 minutes and 48 seconds or whatever the fuck it is, you know.
right.
It should have
Fucking
just been
sipping tea and riding horses through pedal fields and shit.
yeah,
That's
like it
that's
should
like,
have just been a, you know, extension of the dun 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 dun, dun like that's
or
it.
even like play the middle to that bass or chord, like
Exactly.
to that
Yeah.
feel. You
Not
know,
change it to a different song.
right? Like it
Um,
completely switches up. That's why I was like, ooh. But I'm like,
yeah.
okay, that's fine, because like the dun dun dun, that shit is badass. Like you feel
Right.
it in emotion. I'm like, okay,
That's
Batman,
what's gonna
got it.
play in the badass moments. It's
Yeah,
not, you know, like I definitely can hear when a scene is like ending and it's gonna be like, oh shit, we're about to go do this. It's gonna like come in, whether it's a
it's gonna do
hint
that
of it.
creep.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
whether it's a
soft.
hint of it or you know it's a big crescendo to it. But like,
Right.
yeah,
My
I
end
don't
is
know.
the favorite part where it starts off real quiet into that.
It just slowly goes and goes.
And I was like, okay, awesome. And then the shit revs up. I'm like,
And
all right,
well,
here we go.
because what it also reminds me of is, which we'll talk about this in a little bit, but like the Boba Fett theme. First of all, it fucking hits hard, man. It's
In the
fire.
beginning, and then I don't know what
And
the
then,
fuck that orchestra shot. Right. I'm
yeah, but it gets so bad. But I took a snippet from one of my, I think it was episode 3 At the
What
end,
was that sound?
it like fucking really nicely like leads up, and then the theme hits, and it's fucking badass. And I was like, oh man, this shit hits hard. I was like, until this weird guy starts singing, and it made me bust out laughing because he's so bad. But what's
Oh
funny
my
about
god.
that, which I'm not gonna be, I can't even think about what the song sounds like at the moment.
Oh shit.
But if I'm going to describe it, it's similar to the thing about like it doesn't keep the time right, or like for my own head is there's like 2 hits in the Boba Fett theme when there should be 3. I don't know how to necessarily explain it. I can at least pull that TikTok up because I know it has the music in it. But
Don't worry about the timing of it all.
and well, hold on, let me hear it. It's funny though. This TikTok is funny. Yeah. Okay, so that right there, I feel like it should
Oh,
go
that shit's great.
dun 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 dun, but instead it goes dun dun dun, and I'm like, I'm missing one, and
I guess like
it's
the
weird.
notes.
Yeah, like it's 1 beat earlier than I feel like in my head it should be,
Yeah.
and but I think it's because I'm expecting all of a sudden like Meek Mill to come up on there and be like, "Hey," like right on that beat, and like it's the hardest fucking beat imaginable. Like I think it's so good.
It is hard. It really
Um,
is. But yeah, that shit, it gets weird. It's like I'm like,
he
what?
goes hum da dum dum, and you're
Yo,
like,
dum dum.
yeah,
Like,
shut the
oh, like
fuck up,
how
man.
did we get here?
Yeah, it was literally. I was like, when the show first started, especially, I was like, the best thing about this whole show is his theme,
Mm,
and they still fucking ruin it. Like,
yeah, it's really
like what are they thinking? But
like Ludwig. What the?
I
Okay.
digress. Because somebody was like, "Oh, is that Tamura singing?" And I was like, "It probably is." Because why the fuck wouldn't they just let him also ruin that? Like, I
I
don't know.
can't. But all right, I think that's gonna do it for out there in the world. I don't have anything else. Unless you
I'm
have
good.
something
I'm
to
good.
creep in.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you all for riding out there in the world. If there's anything you feel like we missed or want to talk about, please let it be known during the live chat or in the comment sections below during playback. And we definitely will do our best to keep a lookout and keep the convo going there. And subscribe. Really appreciate it. All
Do
right.
it.
Now on to our 2 main topics of the night.
Yeah, that's correct.
Right. I'm going to start off with this one because it's just a general segue. Speaking of Boba Fett, this is the new episode. Episode 4. And this was the only time of the series I got goosebumps.
Oh,
Which
really?
was really cool. Yes, it was.
Is it when he
Yes, it
started
was.
fucking everybody up?
No, it's when
Oh, that
Mando's
very
theme
end.
came,
Yeah.
and
Okay. Yeah.
that should tell you some shit.
Yeah.
But this is my favorite episode of the season so far, for
Agreed.
sure. It had me invested. I didn't feel like I was like, "What the fuck are we doing here?" It was the end of like the flashbacky stuff, kind of. We're all up to date. We got caught up. Show him meeting Finnick, how she got her robot guts, and how they basically went on the journey to rise together. In the
Yeah.
power ranks. And then we get to present day, him literally trying to basically partner with the other mobs of the planet. Like, listen, like, we just need this, have my back in case yada yada yada. So overall, I did like this episode. Finnick is just a badass. I mean, this Ming Na
Right.
Wen is just naturally a
I know.
badass.
Yeah, for sure.
I like the way this was. I love the way this was shot. This episode, like, there's some shots in there. Like, holy shit, that's awesome.
See, okay, I just gotta say, it's the first episode not directed by Robert Rodriguez, and it's by far the best directed episode. It pisses me off that I have to say that, but like immediately the episode starts, and I was like, "God damn, this looks great!"
Yeah,
And it's Continue,
yeah.
please. Sorry.
Like the shot of him in the fucking background coming in on the speeders to fuck them up, and
Yeah.
shot I was like, this
Yeah.
is awesome.
Right.
Like, where was this?
Yeah.
Like, and then with him in the pit, this just all the views from the bottom to the inside to everything was shot so well. I was like, holy shit, Robert, good job. And then at the end, I'm like, holy
Yeah, you
fuck,
find out.
he didn't direct it. So like, oh my god. And then at the end, we get Mando's theme, and I lost my shit. I was
Right.
like, oh my god. So if he shows up, I'm losing my shit. So I don't know. What did you think of the episode?
Definitely my favorite.
Yeah.
I got to actually go on Ronan Unchained over here. I got to go on his podcast and talk about it, which was cool. I don't know if you saw that, but I tweeted it out. We had a fun little talk about it, and I'm glad that he asked me for this one to start, because at least I didn't I had a lot of positives to say about this one, even though it still has things that annoy the fuck out of me, because like Starlight Pit scene, it looks good, but like we saw you get out with the armor on, and you have forgotten, and you're gonna go check inside. And like my cousin, literally, he texted me and he was like, have you seen it yet?" And I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "Why the hell did he go back in there?" He's like, "Did he forget that he got out?" And I was like,
I
"I
mean, he
guess."
probably did. That's a lot of
Um,
years and a lot of fucked upness he endured with that, I guess.
but so that one was funny. Also, why not just go ahead and kill it before you put your nose right in it?
Well, I guess he thought it was already dead. Maybe.
No, they
Just
were
with
all like, "Oh,
the
this is very
gutting
dangerous.
and
Go
shit.
so slow." So I don't know, but like
That's true.
it was weird. But anyway, it was nice though. I've been so against the flashbacks. This one was a ton of flashback, but at least it was Fennec Shan's
Yeah.
flashbacks. So it's a flashback about a character I care about,
Yeah.
and so I was invested more. Um, I will say it did make Mando season 2 a little iffy, because Mando season 2 made it seem like, hey, Fennec helping Boba in this, she's like, he saved my life, I owe him a debt. But she repaid the debt in this episode. So, in the flashback, and he's like, "You're free to go," and she's like, "Oh, I'll hang out more," and that leads into Mando season 2, and so I'm like, that's a little iffy now on that, but like the rest of the show,
I think it's iffy on Mando.
it doesn't really make a ton of sense.
Right.
But overall, though, what I liked about it though was, sadly, we finally get to see him be fucking Boba Fett, and he's like, "Okay, I got my shit back. I got to take care of some business real quick." And it's literally, "You fuck with my family, you will die."
Yeah.
And it was awesome, because what I liked about it was,
I loved it.
unlike how they have been treating Black Chrysanthemum, or whatever, the Black Wookiee, where I'm supposed to be terrified of him, and they've kind of treated him like a bitch in a few ways.
Yeah.
These biker guys, I don't give a fuck about them. So to see them go out in just an absolute, just laughable
blaze of glory,
just fish in a barrel, I'll just take you all out. I dug that a lot, actually.
Oh yeah.
It does make it to where I for sure think that they had help with killing all the Tuscans, because they're weak as shit, really.
Yeah.
So I think that might be a part of the story that we haven't learned yet. But I liked seeing that. And then,
Of course, even Phoenix said that. She's like, "Oh, Speedos took them out." That doesn't seem very
right.
So,
but then also, I liked how, in the beginning of the flashback, he's looking out off in the distance, and he sees the like the flare things, and you hear Mando's theme, and you're like, "Oh shit, I remember that crazy episode," which it's the episode with the fucking annoying guy in it. But
God.
oh my god. But that
So
scene was dope with the flares.
Yeah.
And so it was like, "Oh shit," like that's pointing out Mando. And then he goes and finds Fennec. But that's a precursor to make you go, "Hey, here is the sound and the visual. Remember Mando's theme," kind of thing. And then the end is like just Mando's theme, and it's like, yeah, we might call them. Do you think he's showing up?
That's the thing. I don't know if it was just him or the Mandos.
Right, the other
The
people,
other ones that we meet. Yeah.
because I'm scared that, because it's Din Djarin and then Bo-Katan, and then the side ones like Sasha Banks.
Right.
And I'm scared Pedro Pascal might make a cameo in like a hologram, like Zoom call, and be like, we're a little busy, but we can send Sasha Banks.
Right.
and I'm gonna be like, God damn it, man! Like,
That's why I'm not getting too hyped because I'm like,
yeah,
one, that would piss me off. I'm like, don't use Mando's direct theme to represent other fucking Mandalorians.
right,
Just do something
correct.
else or just have them pop the fuck up. Because if you give me Mando's theme, I'm expecting Din Djarin.
Mando, yeah,
So I'm
exactly.
like, so I'm like, don't play with me, bro. So I hope he shows up because again, I'll just fade away. I'm like, oh my god. But if he doesn't, depends on who they get. It'll still be cool. I'm just like, I really wish this was Din Djarin.
Right.
So
Because
we'll see.
Ronan made some good points. Because I will admit, like my cousin, he texted me. He said, "I hate that the first time he really got excited, my cousin was like, it's for a character that's not Boba Fett."
Yeah.
Which I agree.
That's what I said earlier. I'm like, that sucks to say.
I definitely agree. But Ronan, like, he was talking about how, you know, Boba owed Din Djarin, you know, in season 2, said, "Hey, I'm the reason why you lost your buddy. I'm going to be a part of your team until you get him back."
Yeah.
And then, you know, they gave him to Luke. Now that's done. They're off on their own. So they're both pretty even, you know. So now if Din Djarin comes and helps him in this war, Boba will owe him again. And that's when it actually is the Battle of fucking Mandalore, in whether it's season 3, season 4 of Mando. You know, Mandalorian, Din's running around with the Darksaber and shit. We can bring back Boba, Fennec, and like have this fucking, you know, Avengers Assemble type situation. And
God, he still has the dark.
he's the fucking. And so that was the thing was I brought up is like,
that's so awesome.
You're gonna call Mando, and he's gonna fucking wreck shop with the Darksaber in the Boba Fett series. I was like, Boba's a bitch. Like, what do you mean? I was like, that's not smart at all for the show. I was like, it literally, like, Mando is going to, he will use his jetpack, fly horizontally at eye level, and just sink. I mean, what do you mean? It's going to be fucking glorious if they allow him to actually make sense.
Fucking whistle everybody in this.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god. You can't have somebody come in and just who's infinitely more badass than you and just be like, you need some help, and they're like yeah and shit, and then oh my god.
Well, because that was the thing was it almost beautiful. Vice versa in season 2 of Mando is like, why is Boba Fett such a badass, and Mando, you know, and now it's flipped. Is it gonna be flipped? So
that's why I wish I want Mando season 2 Boba right now because he was fucking people
right
in Mando. Like I was like, holy shit, yes.
He's just like holding that fucking stick
the whole time, crazy eyes,
just over and over again.
I'm like, yes, give me all that rage. I want the Haku. I want all of it. But in this season, he just well, now I'm hoping now that he's fully healed, we'll get that. I am hoping. Because I'm like, Jesus, now does this mean we get him now that he's fully healed? Can we get Boba Fett now, please?
Because, I mean, this series is obviously ending with him riding the Rancor in a massive battle because they kind of hinted at that. Like, oh, people used to ride them. And he's like, I would like to ride them. And he's like, okay. And, like, it's kind of a really poorly set up scene because he's just immediately like, people used to ride them. He's like, teach me. And he's like, you should say, I didn't fucking ride them. I just told you other people did. I don't know how to teach you. But instead he's like, okay, I'll teach you. Like, so I don't know. But yeah, I just hope they make it badass. And I hope that it's not a stunt double and his face is just showing like in the first episode.
Well, I don't know. The little action stuff he did after that, it was his face, which like maybe he was like, I need to do it. I don't know. Yeah. They also weren't that crazy of stunt scenes, so we'll see.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? But no, yeah, I like the power play meeting at the table. Everyone's like, we'll just kill you and take our shit. Why not? And then the motherfucker comes up on top. I love like all this power. And now I'm like, thank you, Boba Fett. Power.
Right.
Put it there.
Put fear in the hearts of everyone, please.
Yes, absolutely. And I just love, no matter what, this man just loves telling people who the hell he is for every 2 seconds. And it's great. He'll be like, "Hey, anybody thirsty? I am Boba Fett." I'm like, "Okay, but are you thirsty?"
Yeah, are you good,
Boba
man?
Fett, like, "Do you know who I am? I am Boba Fett." I'm like, "Okay, we got it." I'm just
Yeah.
gonna go.
The
But
only
yes,
other thing. Oh, go ahead.
no, good.
The only other thing I wanted to kind of bring up was the black chrysanthemum scene in the bar, where he's just sitting there, and then all of a sudden he's like, "I'm gonna fucking rip these guys to shreds for
Oh,
fun."
yeah.
And
I was like, "Why are
Ronan
you
did.
triggered?"
Roman did make a good point where apparently it's like canon that Wookiees and those
Hates
things are called
lizards.
Trandoshans hate each other. So
Gotcha.
that is kind of a thing. But I will tell you in the moment, and this might be me being like, um, I might be a little too sensitive, but the vibe that I got, I was like, what the fuck are they doing? Is this is sad, and you can immediately tell me, no, don't have that mindset because you have that control. But I was like, did they really just make the first and only black Wookiee just decide to fuck people up for no reason? I was like, what kind of stereotypical like racist ass shit is this? Like they're doing nothing, and he's just sitting there like, you know what? Fuck these guys, and just goes up there and rips his goddamn arm off. And I was like I don't know, like it really it rubbed me the wrong way in the moment,
I,
massively.
I think it's a little too much.
It's a stretch. Is
It's
it
a
a
stretch.
stretch? Okay,
It's a little
good.
stretch, but it's hilarious now that you say it.
Because I was like, this is the only black one we've ever seen, and he's just gonna angrily and drunkenly get up and rip these three
This is
guys
our
to
only
shreds.
creature of color, and he's over here,
Like I was just like, that's so weird.
and he's fucking people up just for the hell of it. Yeah, no,
Because it didn't. That scene was so stupid anyway. Because
it
he
was very
literally,
stupid. I'm like,
because the
bro,
girl comes and is like,
what?
"Hey, let's not hurt him. You know, here you're a badass and we like you and all that." And he's just like, "Fuck it" anyway, and rips him anyway.
It's like you used to
And
be a
then
champion, not
yeah,
anymore.
it was all this stuff, and
Everything,
it didn't work. And then Bub was like, "Hey, you tried," and it's like, treat him like a human being. Like
right?
maybe he doesn't like y'all because you treat him like
Not a
that.
savage or a damn animal. Be like, hey,
So I don't know. It rubbed me
but,
the wrong way in the
but
moment,
you
and
try. I'm like, okay,
you have the authority to say like you're good, but I just thought it
right.
was weird. Like
It,
that
it
whole
was
scene
a
was
little weird.
unnecessary. So I don't know.
It was.
Because literally, because Boba's standing there. This is what pissed me off. Everything's about family. I'm keeping
He's
everybody
chilling.
safe. Whatever. Boba's standing there watching. Also, Bubba let this motherfucker walk. You caused this. You're supposed to keep these people safe. You let this guy walk straight to the bar, get drunk, and rip a fucking arm off. And he's like, "Oh, you tried." It's like, you don't care? These are your citizens that you're supposed to be keeping safe.
I think he wanted to see it because, like, okay, you can work for me. Like,
That,
I
that
want to see what you can do. Maybe
You
I
can
don't know.
hurt my people. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, drunk. Like, I
I don't
half
know.
expected Boba to be like, well, he is black. And I'd be like, oh God, like it's like, are they really doing this right now? And just Disney Plus just absolutely shuts down immediately. Like, it's like, oh, how did we not catch that? Kind of shit. Like literally like a Joss Whedon
Like, what did
last
you
week.
expect from a punk? It's like, what? Like, wait. Okay.
The lady's like, whoa, what?
Right. It's like, oh, Disney, give me a word.
Oh fuck. But yeah, so I just thought that was a weird ass scene because it literally like that is Boba's fault for that guy dying and or not dying but getting his arm ripped off, and he doesn't even care.
I mean,
So
I can see the connection of why you would make that.
yeah, it was funny
Oh God, no! But
because
we'll see.
I was literally like, obviously this was not their intent because this is a Disney Plus show, but like the fact that I immediately got that vibe is not okay.
I'm sure you're not
You
the
know?
only one.
Yeah,
I'm
I
really
mean,
sure you're not.
yeah.
Because I'm sure there's a lot of us watching. Like, why gotta be the black one?
Right.
I'm
That
sure.
was exactly my thought. Was like, I don't know.
Yeah, no.
Like,
So
why is it got to be the
correct.
black one that just, for no reason at all, I'm just gonna go fucking try to kill these people?
Yeah.
And it's like that is the most stereotypical racist ass
Years
shit.
of built up oppression.
Yeah.
Let out under the tyranny and slavery of just having no life and under someone's rule. Who knows? I don't know.
I don't know. It was funny though.
It's interesting that you say that. Yeah, and also I'm glad he kept the rat catcher droid because I like that little droid. That was nice to see. I was like, oh, that's
Yeah,
cute.
the cute one. Yeah.
Right. It's like quick little bugger. I was like, oh god. I'm like, what?
That was the thing though. I'm sitting there going, like, even that little thing makes Boba Fett look stupid.
Oh, him
He can't.
swinging around.
He
Where'd you
can't
go?
catch it. Yeah, he's like a grandpa, and I'm like, you're supposed to be Boba Fett. Like,
I got you.
put your damn helmet on, and you can see him. It can it can follow him, and
Right.
but instead everything's with his helmet off.
Even a fucking robot. Do you know who I am? Boba's like, the fuck?
It's like, ah.
I am Boba Fett. I'm like, oh,
And then for no reason,
turn off. Good day.
Yeah.
I had enough of this shit.
it's like, nice to meet you.
Right. It's like, yes, I heard you say who you was like fucking 5 times an hour
Right.
ago. I get it. Well, you came in the fucking sewer. Nobody was there. I don't know who he was talking to.
He just walks, Boba Fett.
I'm Boba Fett.
I am
Boba Fett. Fennec's like, what the fuck? Who are you talking to?
It's like, why do you put the pause before the T? Boba Fett.
I love it. He drags it, and I love it. I'm Boba Fett. I'm like, okay. I guess it just, I don't know. I don't know. Puts fear. Who knows?
Yeah.
But anywho, all right. We'll see what happens tonight. I don't know if we'll get a Mando, but I'm sure we'll get the beginnings of, let's get the team.
Yeah. I mean, literally, I will admit, I'll be pissed if we don't get anything about Mando because, like, within the last 3 hours, the Book of Boba Fett Twitter page posted just the video, the end of that, where it starts his theme. And it's like, I got an idea of who to call or whatever, and his theme plays. And they posted just that clip with like the eye emoji, like looking, and was like, get ready for tomorrow.
I'm sure, because I forget
they
who
better.
it was. On my Twitter, somebody said based on the director list that he'll probably pop up in 6. Like, well, I haven't looked at the director list. I thought Robert Rodriguez was doing this whole entire thing,
right?
But I guess not.
I can look it up.
So I don't know. Maybe it's Jon Favreau or Filoni, maybe, who was directing it. So I'm like, okay, we'll see. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. So now for our main topic of the night. Another little show that debuted episode number 4 is Peacemaker on HBO Max. And I absolutely loved this episode. It again, for the history, I've never been a huge fan of John Cena.
Right.
Suicide Squad in this made me like him. A fan of him, like when he's done correctly, given the right material, I should say. This really showed me a depth to Johnny. I was about to say Johnny Depp, a depth to John Cena that I love the episode, but the ending is what got me. I'm like, holy shit, this is amazing. It showed me a new depth to him. I was like, whoa, I'm getting emotion from John Cena, and I feel bad. Whoa. But the whole episode was great. We go deeper into Peacemaker's background, his come up, what his relationship with his father, Vigilante, just going out and confessing his undying love for his best friend and doing what's necessary. Valida, whatever the fuck Amanda Waller's daughter's name is.
Leota,
yeah, there you go. Is a fucking manipulative savage. She planted that seed in Vigilante. Good job. But that's really essentially the episode. We're learning that butterflies may not be who we think that they are.
Mm-hmm.
He kept one. He didn't kill the one back at the house.
And what's his face is one?
The fucker. I was like, Jesus.
Yeah.
What? I was like, okay. Now we're gonna. So now I just want to know what the hell is going on. Like, so what are the butterflies now? Because Judo Master was like, hey, no, we don't. Boom. She fucking shoots.
Correct. Him. So that's the thing is, I think she knows a lot more than she's letting on. Like, there's a reason why.
She's Waller's daughter.
Yeah. So that means something. But this is definitely my favorite episode so far as well. Once again, the first episode not directed by James Gunn, which is interesting. It was written by him, but not directed by him. It was directed by Jody Hill, and I do think it's the best episode so far.
By far.
It does become a thing. I still struggle with, I just struggle with massive stupidity. Like, I think it's just weak writing whenever it's like, oh, well, they're just too stupid to, do this. And so, like, having Adebayo just be able to easily manipulate both Peacemaker and Vigilante just by, like, half-ass talking to them, it frustrates me. But, like, I understand that that's what the story's trying to do.
I don't think she's manipulating Peacemaker. It was just Vigilante.
Well, you're awesome, man. Like, you're good. Like, when she got him in the car, she's like sweet talking the fuck out of him. He's like, you know what? Yeah, you're right. Like, gets all happy and nice.
I think she means that.
No, she definitely does not.
I think she likes him.
No, I think she likes him, but I don't think, like, all that shit was just manipulation purposefully because he's a dumbass. And then Vigilante, it was 10 times easier. And so I get frustrated with that. Just because it's a little difficult for me to follow, and believe it. But and then Judo Master, like, once again with the big guy. What's the big guy's name? Maximo or some fucking stupid shit.
Whatever the fuck his name is. Yeah.
But the big tall one that was supposed to strap down.
Yeah.
Judo Master.
Kicked in his fucking
he can't.
chest.
He was working for Amanda Waller and can't even strap a fucker down. Annoying.
Well, I think that would work on a regular person. Judo Master had to do some fucking shit. I'd fucking zone in zen.
I don't know. But but yeah, and then having Adebayo shoot him when he's saying something. That definitely I'm excited to see where that leads.
Yeah.
Because now it seems like, what the fuck was that senator still? Why do we have to kill the senator? What kind of special type of butterfly was he that was going to do something incorrectly or whatever? Because apparently, from what Judo Master's saying and what Mern, is that the guy?
Mern.
The guy that is one.
Yeah.
The way that they're acting, they might not be all bad, but why do we need to kill that one? And I do think that if that is the case, John Cena literally has that one.
Yeah.
And I think that there's a reason for that. So, and I liked that he's sitting there like looking at it. Like, I just think that shot's funny. Because they're just kind of, he's getting high and shit.
Do you think, but at the end, he looked like he was trying to stroll over to comfort him, or he was about to say, this is my chance to get in his fucking face?
I think he was getting in his fucking head. Yeah.
Yeah,
for sure.
I think, this is my moment. Okay. I thought he was going like, oh, he's coming to like aid him. Because maybe it's like, listen, you got me high. Well, cool now. You're not that bad. And also, I don't know. Maybe that's what I thought was going on.
Yeah. But I think I definitely think it's the best episode. I think it's annoying that every time it's like, oh, let's fuck them up even more. So like Vigilante going in there, making the situation worse. But like it was funny seeing him sit there and like talk shit to those guys. But like he fucked up, and I'm interested to see how they bring this back. Because basically this was supposed to be the episode that breaks them all apart. And so I'm interested to see how they all come back.
See, it's like, especially Vigilante and Peacemaker, all of them, like, this seems like everybody's heart or intention is in the right place, but they just completely fuck up their execution in doing it. It's like they don't know how to go about. Like Vigilante is like, we know why he's doing it. We know why he wants to take his dad out. But it's just like, bruh, do that. But you didn't have to say the last line. You didn't have to say your horrible dad. Like,
you just gave it all away.
But you get it. Like, they fuck up. It's like, God damn, dude. Like, like shit. But he whooped that ass though. Like, that was beautiful. I was like, good God.
I mean, he's been fucking people up, and he's like, he's a goddamn sniper. I mean, he's a badass. He's just psychopath and stupid.
Yeah. Yes, he is. And the other half of me was really excited to see him. I was like, oh, hey, Vigilante. But other than that, what else was there? Let's see. Oh, fucking God. Another thing that made that ending so great. House of fucking Pain is just amazing. That's just such a classic. It's badass. The song that plays at the end. Yeah. I'm like, oh, James Gunn, my life. So that was good too. It was just a beautiful ending. How it was edited. The what's the word I'm looking for? I guess, comparison. I don't know of like the scenes going on at the same time, him and his brother, and
Oh, sure,
like
sure.
mirroring and all that shit.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's gonna happen now with this next episode and what's going to happen with the butterflies and Mern and fucking Harcourt.
Hardcore. Yeah.
Seems like she's finally starting to like warm up to Peacemaker a little bit
Yeah.
because she's just been a brick asshole for these
Yeah.
whole episodes. Um, so I'm interested to see where she goes with that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What do you think about? Oh, I can hit this actually. I don't know much about this, but what if the butterflies are really the evasion that brings the scarab that causes us to have blue beetle? Is that a possibility? Do you know anything about blue beetle?
Ooh, I don't. But I know it
I
is
like the
his
world building.
scarab, yeah, is of like an alien nature. I do know that. Um, but I don't know what the butterflies have.
Oh, we've lost him. He will be back. He will be back to continue his talk about blue beetle. It will happen. Come on. I believe in a thing called love. Well, what's up, everybody? Economos. That's right. That's that guy's name. Thank you. Weird ass name. There he is.
Yeah, this is my mic. Let's see up there.
Yeah, you sound good.
Good. I enough to put back in. But yes. So I don't know if why the butterflies would have a beetle. It's just a planet full of insects just coming up and being like, "Hey, we're here to take shit over." I don't know. But if they find a way to make it work and make sense and put it together, sure, why not?
Yeah.
I'd be here for it. James Gunn won't be attached to that, but
Correct.
we'll see. I don't even. Do you remember who's directing
The blue beetle.
Blue Beetle?
I can look it up pretty quick. Blue beetle. Isn't it a pair of directors or? Oh no. Angel Manuel Soto.
Oh,
I don't
good,
know.
good for him or her, whoever it is.
Never heard of anything he's made.
Me neither. Never heard of the dude playing Blue Beetle either. So
Correct. Yeah.
a whole bunch of freshness up on it. I mean, I generally don't care about Blue Beetle, but it's good to see the representation on screen, so I'll
Right.
support it.
And I mean, also, yeah, since I don't know anything, sell me on the character, make me love it. I'm
Right.
very excited for that.
Right. 'Cause like every time I see him in shows and all that stuff, I never really come like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
So we'll see where they go from here. But great episode of Peacemaker. My favorite episode.
Yep,
Really
same.
hits on all cylinders all the way around. I'm excited. When do these episodes drop again?
Thursdays.
Okay. I keep forgetting. So I'm watching like 25 fucking shows and I'm forgetting where all things drop. Okay, so everybody, that's gonna do it for our topic. So now we leave it to you. Let us know what you got going on in the chat. Anything you want to talk about, mention. These last few minutes are yours. Go.
I do have one question I want to ask you. I saw this literally right before we got on here. Interesting question that somebody that I follow asked. This is MCU. So, just to set the stage a little bit, Kang is
the Conqueror.
Is a variant of Conqueror. Is a variant of Reed Richards, or vice versa, however you want to say that. In pretty much all the comics, whatever. And since Kang is a black guy in this, everybody's like, oh, Reed Richards will be black, this, that, the other. Here's they're not going to cast John Krasinski, blah 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 blah.
Right.
So get that out of your fucking head, blah blah blah.
Right.
But then somebody made this question, and it intrigued me. And I also think they might backtrack on it because of what has sadly happened. But this is an interesting question. What this guy said is, I'm curious if Kang is not connected to Reed Richards, but actually T'Challa. And in this universe, he's a variant of T'Challa, because it kind of makes sense with the science of Wakanda. They could have gone that route instead. Granted, make Reed Richards black. Who cares? If that's what they're doing, great. But like, I just thought it was kind of an interesting thought that had never clicked in my head whatsoever, and it could actually make, like, it could become a reveal to all people that read comics at some point. Is he's a variant of that world. So I don't know. I just wanted to kind of get your opinion on that. I mean, it's kind of tough to throw it at you like that, but do you
Uh,
like that idea at all, or do you even care? I mean, I don't know if it
well,
really even matters.
to make sure I'm standing.
Yeah.
So, of Kang being a variant of Richards,
Yes.
um, in the 31st century. So, asking if one of his variants is
Well, okay. So what it really is he's not a variant of Reed. He's a variant of Reed's descendant.
yeah, in the 31st century. I just forget his
So
name. I know it's a
Nathaniel or
Richard.
whatever.
Nathaniel. Yeah,
So then it's, yeah. So this is a variant possibly of T'Challa's, many generations down the line type of thing. So he's related to,
oh, like he's a descendant of T'Challa
right.
type thing. Got you. Got you.
He like in the MCU, there, might have been a kid many, 100 years later. And then this is a variant of him kind of thing. Like instead of Reed being connected to Reed, it's,
Connected
T'Challa
to T'Challa.
and Wakanda. And I just thought that was kind of interesting because of how similar, looking back on it now and watching him tell the story of himself and stuff, and how similar it looked to the vibranium and what the Wakandans do with it to make it do things. I was like, wow, that actually kind of could be what they were going for. And now that, sadly Chadwick's gone, they might go ahead and just nix that. And I fully understand as well. But I don't know.
Uh,
Just thought it was an interesting kind of question to ask because I'd never thought of it.
I don't mind that. Like if he's a descendant of T'Challa, like fucking decades down or
Right.
whatever, that's fine. That's cool. Like it's a product of him and Nakia, and then now just
And
down the
yeah.
line that keeps going and going and going. Why not? I don't mind that at all. I don't. As long as they don't come up and be like, okay, now here's your new Black Panther type shit.
No,
I'm like,
yeah,
okay,
no, I
fine.
don't think. Yeah, but
Right, but a descendant, that's awesome.
Right.
It's still the intelligence, still the tech, it's still all of that shit. So that's cool. So if they keep it descendant of T'Challa or of Reed, that's fine. To me, I don't think they'll push back on the Reed Richards thing. I think they'll keep it of that.
yeah.
So yeah, so I better see at least a mixed fucking Reed Richards or some shit. Like,
Yeah.
don't give me John Krasinski and be like,
unless
yeah.
they're just gonna throw, that connection away, which I guess they could, and just keep it as here's Kang.
A random ass fucking dude. No, that'd be stupid. I mean, it won't be stupid because Marvel has a way of creating their own from original shit. But it's like, I want that connection to Reed. That's what it is. That's one of the biggest things in comic books. Give me that connection. Just so you can have a white Reed. Don't try to say all that. Just fucking go out there and do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see.
Because what's funny, like with the T'Challa idea, that's kind of funny is like when it comes to Reed, the big reveal is, oh, I'm Nathaniel Richards, and he's talking to Reed, and so it's like T'Challa doesn't have like a last name, really. Like he's just T'Challa of Wakanda, basically. Like I don't think he has a last name, not that I could think of. And so if he does, it's not a name that we would immediately recognize and go, oh fuck, he's related to,
right,
the kings of Wakanda, the royal family. And so I don't know how good of a reveal that would be anyway. But I want to admit that I am very nervous about what Kenya just said here about Multiverse of Madness becoming a cameo dump, because all the shit people are saying. I am so scared that movie is nothing but what Spider-Man just did, but
I've been
worse.
Avoiding all of that. But at the same time, I know that's why. Listen, I said from just because Sam Raimi's directing this thing, everyone's like, "Oh my god!" I'm like, bro, I'm not the biggest fan of his superhero shits, and they're not like the best things in the world.
Yeah,
So I'm like,
no,
I have my
he's
worries
not the reason.
for sure. Um,
He's not
so
the
if he
reason I'm
wants to throw
excited.
this shit,
But
yeah, no, not at all.
um,
And no, Kenya. But I don't know. If done right, probably not, because last time we tried to throw in a lot of shit in the movie, it didn't work out.
yeah, correct.
Studio or not.
Yeah,
So, and this one's going to be infinitely much more than
big,
that.
and they just reshot a ton of it.
Right. And he
And
just said, listen, if it doesn't
we
work,
might have to go back. Yeah.
right. I'm
So
like, I'm
that
like,
that was my most anticipated MCU movie. The second it was announced, I was like, that is the one I'm looking forward to the most, just because Multiverse of Madness, like as a follow up to the first Doctor Strange, I was like, holy fuck, this is going to be insane. They said it's going to be dark and scary, and now it just seems like it's going to be a big giant MCU. Like, I don't want to be the person that's like, oh, like the MCU has, you know, a formula, like that one of those people, but like it does. And I'm really scared that.
it's went away from that recently with their recent movies, which I hope they
I
keep going.
disagree, though. I mean, like I really like.
Oh, they definitely did.
No Way Home is very MCU formula. I mean, it's the exact same movie as the other two Spider-Man
one out
movies.
of it's kind of fine. It's an event movie. I imagined it, but Eternals definitely not a formulaic for them. It's very different.
Yeah, it was fucking bad.
Well, it wasn't. It was different, so people hated it. I'm like,
No,
and I hate that shit.
it's not.
Movie's
It's not bad.
that bad at all.
Okay.
It's not. I can't, like.
I'd argue with it, but I've tried to forget it as much as I can, and I'm not gonna watch it again. But the directing and the writing of that movie is terrible. The stuff that makes it weird and different is not what's bad about it. I liked that. It was just way too many characters. Direction was bad, and the script was bad as fuck.
Oh,
really frustrated me.
I disagree, but to each their own. What can you do? But yeah, I think they stayed away a little bit with the formula. They're not as by the book with every single movie, like they were. You know, I think now they're in a moment that now they're in a place where I think they're open to taking risks, and I hope they keep that. Because like I said, the whole formulaic thing is just like, okay, we get it.
Yeah.
So yeah. So let's see what else here. But we'll see what Multiverse of Madness does.
I know.
That's
the next one.
But here's the next one, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Moon Knight before that, and then
yeah.
So Moon Knight is the next direct MCU property we have,
correct,
right? Yeah. Okay, because fucking Miss Marvel's not coming out till 2052.
Yeah,
and
apparently that's had some issues, so we'll see.
Right. I don't know. We'll see. Sam Raimi.
I'm fucking dying for Moon Knight, though. I'll tell you that. Good God Almighty, that trailer did so much for me.
Why do you keep calling me Mark? Ethan Hawke finally came out and said why he finally decided to do a fucking Marvel property after shitting on it years ago.
And what did he say?
He what was it? I was just reading it. I had to pull it up. Basically, essentially that he never really saw himself as an actor that fit in those type of films and or structure or whatnot. And once it was Oscar Isaacs that was basically made him decide to like, hey, you might want to do this, because once you see how all in Oscar Isaacs went in, and it's Oscar Isaacs, he was a fan of the director and his, the material that he's done, that he was like, hey, I'm here for it. Like, you have to kind of evolve with situations. And he also said that he doesn't play bad guys a lot. Like a lot of people get kind of shoehorned into certain things. Like, he wants to be able to, now that he's on the other side of 50, he's like, maybe I should look into playing villains more and all this stuff. So I'm like, all right, do you pimp? Like, I'm glad you opened your eyes and didn't have that stick up your ass like most. It was just like, this is the evolution. Like, you can be a world-class actor and bring that to this type of material.
Make whatever you thought of MCU, make your project not that. Fucking make it different, because that's what that's what we want now.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
I'm
so I was like, very, very smart. Um, and I watched another particular movie
Oh no.
um the other day. It just reminded, I'm just like, Jesus Christ. And I see why it's been like your picture on a monitor for like 25 years now, and it's not changed. It fucking Interstellar, dude. Like that movie to this day is still one of the most visually satisfying
I mean,
fucking films ever.
you
Like,
you want to talk about a movie that I
oh
love more and
god.
more every time I watch it? Do you want to talk about a movie that's so
Yeah.
fucking weird
Yeah.
and over all of our heads?
Mm-hmm.
Like it takes a level of um I don't know, like not knowledge isn't the right word, but like
Intelligence.
yeah, like a
Mm-hmm.
stupid person goes, that movie makes no sense. I fucking hate it. And then
Yeah.
someone with some intelligence, yeah, like you said, they go, I didn't understand any of that, and I'm not supposed to. And I looked past it. I fucking dug it. And
Oh
like,
yeah. You're meant to understand it into a point. Like,
correct.
then it's like,
Now it's like we have
whoa.
gone beyond.
Absolutely, just
Yeah,
like they have. So it's like there's no
correct.
quantifying something that we just don't understand fully. So
Right.
it's just, oh man, it's
But
just visually. Once it gets to that gargantua, like the one that's on your,
that's I mean exactly for anybody here. Like I'll take a picture of this really quick
I'm
since
like,
it's just right here.
God damn. And the score and the acting,
Oh my
like,
god, the score is just fucking incredible.
Jesus.
So for
And
anybody
they,
wondering, this is literally my there's John in my the
right.
reflection of my shit, but that's my wallpaper on this monitor over here, which I actually
Yes.
that's two different things that I like took together. Like one was just it was just Gargantua, and then I took this little black and white version of the ship and
Mhm.
added it, and I fucking
Oh, it's
love this
hilarious.
wallpaper so much. Like it's fucking dope,
No,
and
it's amazing. And it's like just when they're on the water planet and the gravity waves. I'm like,
yeah.
those are mountains. I'm like, holy shit, this
When
is
you
just
start to
amazing.
realize, like, oh my, like it's
And that
fucking coming
score the
at
whole
you.
time, yes. With the clock, like ding,
Yeah.
ding, and then when you finally see it, it kicks in. I'm like, oh my god,
Oh,
Nolan.
we got to talk about some.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
First of all, just speaking of which, Hans Zimmer, the fucking most incredible. I mean,
Oh, of course.
but you know, off
Right.
the Interstellar, but Hans Zimmer made two of the best scores of 2021 easily,
I think he's done it for like every year.
and but he had two of them, and that is Dune, which I think
Yes.
should win, but
Dude was
fucking
amazeballs.
No Time to Die is
Yes.
so goddamn good, man.
Yes, it
Like,
is.
so you and I both
Yes,
went
it
and saw
is.
this over the weekend in IMAX
Yes. Oh.
for the last time. You know, we'll probably ever see it in IMAX, which is sad.
Yeah.
But very very glad I went. There were 6 people in my
And I was
theater.
in the midst of death during this
Yes,
movie. I went. I was like, "Fuck it, I'm going."
I got to hear some funny stuff, or should I say funny shit, um, from this guy over here.
Yes.
But yeah, absolutely. I mean, it is such a damn good movie. It is
Bro.
I I
Every
love it.
time I watch it, it's just so damn near. Oh, it's so fucking good. Like I
Yeah.
just can't. And like I said, the music itself. Oh yeah, motherfucker.
So good.
Like there is my favorite ones are at the tag at the beginning and the end when they're going through the tunnel. The song is called Matraire, some shit like that. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Okay.
When she's telling her Matilda the story of James Bond.
Gotcha.
It's called Matera. That one is fucking beautiful. Final Ascent, my heart.
Is that
Like
when he's climbing the yeah, okay.
it's from the very second he's in that water and realize what happens to the very end. I'm like, dear God, like, oh, I love it. Like you see, Hans Zimmer, yeah, he
I
should be
mean,
nominated for both.
both. Like,
He needs to be.
and guess what? Either could win.
Yeah,
Like but I think Dune should win because Dune is fucking different as fuck.
Yeah,
But
just how original that. Yeah, we
yeah,
did. Yeah,
but and the epicness of it. But No Time to Die. If anybody has not seen the movie, highly recommend.
get the fuck on it.
It is definitely either it's my second favorite of the Daniel Craig
And
James Bonds.
it's not by much.
And right, that's
It's
the
not
thing.
by
I mean,
much.
it is the heart and it really is the story of that being so personal to James Bond.
Yeah.
It worked so damn well for me. And yeah, I'm very glad. Like, it's one of those things where, Saturday, that was Friday. Friday I went and saw it. Saw it late.
Right, yeah.
It's a long ass movie, and my screening or my showtime didn't start till 8. That's late for me and my girl because we worked all day, and then we gotta wait. We gotta go eat dinner, go try to waste some time, and then get to the theater to sit for a 2-hour and 43-minute movie.
Yeah.
And so, we were like, there's a part of us that's like, I literally own the movie on Blu-ray, and we're gonna go see it. I'm gonna go pay to see it in theaters again. But I was like, I'm so glad I went. So is she. IMAX, especially, like the whole opening is all in IMAX.
Yes, it is.
And it's fucking glorious.
Glorious.
So damn good looking. And the fact that shit's not on the Blu-ray infuriates me. But
yeah,
I love the movie so much. It is damn good. And yeah, Daniel Craig fucking kills it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
In this part. Like, he brings it makes no goddamn sense how good he is in this movie.
Yeah.
This is definitely his best performance as Bond.
God, yeah. For sure.
Like,
for sure. The best material given to him for it.
Yeah.
And he delivers because he's a phenomenal actor, for sure.
Oh yeah. And the shit that man's eyeballs do, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, all the emotion just goes there and you're like, I feel it and it sucks right now. So I also want to preface this because not everybody knows. So we both saw this, the same day or whatnot. It was like one time, this is it, that's it. Can't see it anymore. Me being in New York, you get cool shit. It's like, oh, I was like, Q&A event. I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers about to show up. I'm so excited. Like, well, somebody is, because usually in New York, when it's a Q&A or something, these motherfuckers just
they go
pop
sit
up
down
out
up
of
front.
nowhere.
Yeah.
Or they're at the end of the movie, they're just out of nowhere, like, hey, so you do? I'm like, whoa, okay.
Yeah.
So meanwhile, this was what we say it was Fridays when it happened, right? I've been on death row since that Wednesday. It got worse that Thursday and the whole weekend until Sunday. So when I say death row, was to the fact of I could not move, whether sitting, whether standing or walking, whatever, without everything inside of me wanting to explode out. Like, that's what it was. Like, I was to when my lower abdomen was in so much pain, I had to walk hunchback, and like with my legs bowling because I couldn't move, and I was rushing to find bathrooms everywhere. It was really bad.
God damn.
Right. No Time to Die happens. I'm like, this about to be a Q&A. It's my last to see this movie in glorious IMAX, and I get to see these motherfuckers. I'm so excited. I'm gonna have to do it. So I'm struggling. I'm holding shit in, literally, this theater. And before the movie starts, it lights up. Okay. Now the Q&A of, No Time to Die, yada, yada. I'm like, oh, you just comes at the end. All right, here we go. I want y'all to see what I was dealing with. And it was that.
Yeah. It was a Zoom call.
I got a whole IMAX fucking Zoom call for pre-recorded of the cast of the director, Bond, producers, and the dude moderating it.
Yeah.
Or mediating, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Yeah.
When I told you I text this man pissed.
Yeah. Because so he literally texted me and was like, bro, I don't think I'm going to be able to make it. I'm dying over here. And I was like, you better take some fucking meds and get there. Because you had texted me, was that the day before or that morning?
No, that was the day of.
Yeah. Oh shit! Like, I got this Q&A. Like, oh my god, what if Daniel Craig shows up? And I was like,
that was the day before, like the tickets when I got us. Yeah.
And I was like, and then he's like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it, man. I'm so sick. And I was like, you better take some meds and go sit in that goddamn seat, like, because and not even it's not for me. It was like, if he showed up, you would have been so upset.
Yeah,
I mean, you know it.
greatly.
And so,
Greatly.
but then all of a sudden, I should look up the text exactly because it's not far. Um, where literally this is what I call bullshit is what I got with that picture. And he said, "Why the fuck would I care about this? I'm holding shit in for this."
Like
And,
legit. I'm literally holding shit in for this. Like I thought
yeah,
like so at that
fantastic.
point I was just like, you know what? In the parts that was slower, I was like, I'm gonna go take a shit. And I just kept going back and forth. Bro, I was so hot. I was like, minute that zoom faded in, I was like,
Was it even like a good interview, or like were they
it
just
was
hanging
cute.
out?
It was cute, I guess. I'm like, they did it.
Yeah,
They was like, hey, it was just like mostly telling people like, hey, how did it feel? And
yeah.
hey, this is the best way to see this movie in IMAX. It's the only one filmed. So those of you who have never seen it, like this, the best one,
This
all
is
that
it.
shit.
Yeah,
So I'm like, I was so hot, but I'm like, whatever,
yeah,
it's fine. Tell your mom about Prisoners wouldn't start
yeah.
telling
I
me
want
how
to
a great
click on
movie
that.
it was.
Yeah. So it looks like Kenya showed his mom Prisoners. She fucking loved it because that woman has a goddamn brain,
Right.
and I love
Did
her.
she question the feelings of a grieving parent while she watched that?
Did she call Terrence Howard a bitch?
Right.
Like, what do you
Did
mean?
she not get why
But
parents were acting that way?
no, I'm Devin. I'm glad that happened. You know, it's a damn good movie, man. It really is. That is definitely a movie for the rest of time.
Yeah,
Like, oh,
it
you
definitely
haven't
holds.
seen Prisoners? Like,
Yeah.
here's a block of gold. Like, go
A
have
few
fun. Come,
blocks. A few
come on
blocks.
back. Come on back and let me know.
Yeah.
And that is what Prisoners really like. I've pretty much said, and I need to rewatch it because I don't watch it enough. But
Talk
now
about another score.
when people ask me, you know, because I'm always like somebody's trying to get to know me, like whether it's in a a work situation or an outing of some sort, and they're like, what are you into? And I was like, oh, I'm big into movies, and they're like, oh, what's your favorite movie? And I'm like, that's kind of a loaded fucking question when you think like
Right. It is.
that's like asking somebody their favorite food, and they're like, I love so many things, whatever. But I've pretty much just said, like now I say, oh, Prisoners. And they're like, oh, really? What's that? And I'm like, well, it's really tough to watch. And like, you might want to get prepared for it, but
Not an easy one.
um, it's incredible. And so, yeah, I'm glad you watched it. I'm glad she
Speaking
watched it.
of hard to watch and just raw in every sense of the word, I'm sure you don't watch it, but have you heard of Euphoria, the TV
People
show?
absolutely freak out about it. Yeah.
Oh my god. This show is goddamn brilliantly ridiculous, and it is so real and raw and holds back nothing. Like
Gotcha.
every season, especially this one, literally at the beginning of every episode, and the cast members have been doing it so far because people are like, what the fuck? Tells you this shit is going to trigger. Like, if you cannot handle anyone's being shown, like, do not watch it. It's not for you.
Yeah.
And that's very true. Bars.
Yeah.
But it's great. So if any off time or whatever, or if you want to make that next Patreon
Well,
thing, whatever, I highly recommend it, dude. Like
so
seriously.
I don't know much about it, but from
Mm-hmm.
what I've heard, is it like it's
Kenya,
like
go home.
younger people, but like is it like drugs and
It's everything.
because
Drugs, anxiety, mental health,
okay,
sex. Like that's just the basis. There's so much more.
yeah,
Like it's ridiculous. And it's
because
real.
I get to the I'm trying to see how to actually put this to words, but like I do massively struggle with like what's the show like Shameless. Hannah watches
Mm.
Shameless. People love Shameless. I cannot fucking stand it. Like I think it's so bad.
So that's a good comparison. So with Shameless, they give you and make up stories that go above and beyond for
Yeah.
people that are like, oh, let's take the scenario and what these people can be like and just fucking dial it up to like 10
Yeah,
and
okay.
20. Right.
Gotcha.
Euphoria is like, no, this is
The
what
real
people
shit.
go through. Like this what happens.
Yeah.
So that is the difference with that, I would say. It doesn't play it up for shock value. It literally is what it is.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and somebody who suffers from things like anxiety and mental illness like myself,
Yeah.
it's a very real and accurate portrayal on how those things work and how your inner conscious does while things are happening or just in general. Like it dives incredibly deep.
Yeah.
So that's why I say definitely check it out for sure.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And what's that play on? Is that HBO?
HBO. Yeah,
Gotcha.
so it's all over HBO Max right now. 12
Okay.
seasons. This man said Degrassi, sir. Which they're rebooting apparently.
And no, I still have not gotten to True Detective. My birthday was this past weekend, and so I've just been busy every fucking weekend, man. I got to try to get back to it.
Happy motherfucking! I'm horrible at birthdays, so I'll let you. And I told you that thousands of times.
Yeah, no.
I barely remember my mother's birthday, and that's a fact. She texts me every time.
I'm good.
Happy fucking birthday, man! Belated birthday.
Thank you. Well, thank you so much.
What did you do? Was there anything that you?
Yeah, no, I mean, no, not really. We just went to dinner. I mean, that's the thing. I don't try to. I don't like the attention on me, so it's like, as little people that know, the better.
How old are you now? 26?
27.
27. Okay.
Yeah. It was funny because I went to my parents and saw them, and my mom was like, "Why didn't it say on your Facebook that it's your birthday?" And I was like, "I turned that off to where nobody can see when my birthday is." She's like, "Why? You don't want 100 messages?" And I was like, "It's exactly what I don't want." Like,
that's also my reliance on when it's people's birthdays. Like, oh, such and such a birthday. I'm like, oh,
yeah,
okay, got it.
Yeah. No, and that was the thing was she basically made me turn it back on, but it was after the morning of notification of whose birthdays it is, so I didn't get any, and I was like, "There you go, great."
Oh, yeah, bro, I am the worst. I tell everyone, it's like, do not expect me to remember your birthday 9 times out of 10.
I mean, yeah, no, I don't know
will
yours
forget.
either. I mean,
Yeah, no, I'm like, I just won't.
oh wait, no, yours is in March
Yes, mine's is in March.
because of what you've been saying with the Batman and Moon Knight both being in your month. Yeah, that's right.
Absolutely. Damn, Eric, if he's fucking old, I'm goddamn ancient.
Koff's 28. There you go. He's 28.
Yeah,
no, that's one thing that pisses me the fuck off, by the way, is hey, so post the box office, the highest box office of when you were born. And I'm like, so it's January of 95. It's like, it's going to be some god awful, because January is the dump it in the fucking, piece of shit month. I'm like, that's fucking terrible. So I've never even looked it up.
Let's see. We're going to find out right now. I want to know. Let's see.
Okay, let's do it then. Fine. We'll fucking do it.
Highest grossing movie in January 95.
Yeah, correct.
Class of 95. Oh, you wouldn't know where that's from. Fuck.
Sorry.
But see, it's giving me the year. I want the month.
Oh wow. So the start of the month, it was Dumb and Dumber.
Okay, yeah.
And then for my actual birthday, it was Legends of the Fall. That's kind of funny.
Oh, so that's the highest grossing of the month.
Good old Brad Pitt.
Only 2 movies came out?
Well, yeah, that was the leading box office for the weeks. So the week of January 8th, it was Dumb and Dumber, and then
gotcha.
The 16th, the 22nd, the 29th, those
of the Fall.
weeks it was Legends of the Fall.
Oh, okay. Let's see. March 1990.
Was I born on a Friday?
Born on a Monday. That's Gorilla Grog, if you don't know what that is. Box office for March 90. So March 2nd.
You're born in 90?
Yeah.
Oh wow, okay. My sister was born in 90. She's February of 90.
Okay, so 2 came out, and it was The Hunt for Red October.
Oh wow.
Wow. 72 million, and number 2 is Joe versus the Volcano. I don't know what the fuck that is.
Never heard of that.
Yeah, me neither. Oh wait, March 23rd. Oh, Pretty Woman.
Sean
That was a
Connery.
March movie. Okay, so they're separating it out. So it was Hunt for Red October
Gotcha.
was the highest in month for March.
Mr.
Oh,
Sean Connery.
right. Oh shit, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles came out that month. My grandmother's birthday.
That's
Oh
funny.
shit. Interesting. Okay. Heard it. You heard it here. The Lion King for me. Oh, you lucky son of a
I
bitch.
know. Groundhog Day, that's a good one.
That is another one. Oh yeah, see Ronan got that one. Good job. Groundhog Day. Okay. All right. I think we're good now.
So you graduated high school in 08? You were class of 08?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I
Okay.
had to think about that.
So you're right there with my sister. That's cool.
Yeah, I keep forgetting because I didn't walk. I walked after because I was a badass. I had to go back and finish some shit. So I was like, okay,
Oh,
then I
that
can just
makes you a
get it.
badass.
No, I mean like literally a badass, not like cool.
Like you were a piece of shit.
Yeah, I was
You little shit.
yeah, my earlier time before I got whipped
That's
into
funny.
shape. I was like, you have to
Yeah.
make up for this at the end, and I was like, okay, fine.
That's what my boss was the same thing. He literally, so my boss was like, he's like, hey, I'm old enough to where movies came out on Tuesdays. First of all, is what he told me.
Mm.
And he said, I would skip school every Tuesday my senior year and just go to the movies. And he's like, and then I was supposed to graduate and I had to make up 6 weeks of missed days
Yeah, that's
before
really
they
bad.
would give me my diploma. And he's like, I had to just sit on in a desk on Saturdays and spend all my time. And it's so funny because he's like, but I don't give a fuck. He's like,
Yeah,
I
it
was getting to
was
watch my movies.
really bad. I wish I had that cool of a fucking excuse. No, I was just bad and didn't give a fuck until I got
Yeah.
into ROTC, and that shit whipped me into shape. I was like,
Oh,
all right,
really? I gotcha. Okay.
yeah.
You were an ROTC kid? That's funny. I could actually see that.
I was an
Well,
ROTC kid.
the old pictures of you, I could see that.
Yes, and then a year of army training and all type of shit. Yeah, so it's
And then
yeah.
Devin, I don't think I'm gonna go to the 10-year. I don't. I've seen people. What is that on? I think it's on Facebook. I got like added to some group text or like a group of some sort, and they're like trying to put it together. And I'm like, man, I don't fucking want to see any of y'all. And
I
I
don't
know
think I've
my
seen a single
sister went
thing.
to hers, and she was like, that was the dumbest thing ever. Like she had to pay, and she was like, it was so terrible.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, because they have to like put this party together, and she had to pay like $50, and she got food and like 2 drinks,
Oh yeah, no, I'm
and
okay.
she was like, hell no. So
I don't think I've even seen anything throughout the years of like a reunion for my shit at all.
yeah.
So I don't
Well, I
want
mean,
to
not like
either.
anybody would fucking know me. That's what's funny. I mean, I'm the last person to get an invite,
Yeah, no,
but
I'm okay. I'll pass greatly on that one. I still have my friends from high school, so that's all I need. I don't need to. I don't give a fuck about anybody else.
right. I hear you.
That I need. All right. I think that's going to do it.
That is it.
That is it. Really good show. Even though every time we say it's going to be quick, we find a way to just
Make it work.
stretch it out a little bit. So it's all right. So we want to thank you guys so much for joining us the latest episode of the Film Cave 57. Whether you're watching this live and or on playback on any of the what you want to call it forums, whatever the fuck that you're watching it on. Thank you.
Platform.
There you go.
Yeah, gotcha.
Platform. There we go. Thank you so much. Again, we thank you. Be sure to hit that subscribe button or follow, depending on what you're watching on. We thank you. Hit that thumbs up. Really helps the show and the channel reach a lot more people, and the notification bell to be reminded when all episodes drop. We're coming up on 60, so that's going to be cool.
Yep.
We're going to be figuring it out, y'all. Logan, tell the people, where can they find you?
Yes, sir. You can find me right up here, Logan_Swish on Twitter. And then, YouTube, Logan Swish. And I be doing shit on Patreon, guys. We got Boba Fett, we got Peacemaker. And I pretty much don't do those on YouTube anymore. I probably won't ever.
That's fair.
It's fucking terrible.
That's very fair.
Like I see like Akasan still puts them on YouTube and like all the big ones. And I'm like, man, I'm good.
Of course, they can do that because they'll get the views for it. But it's like
I don't get shit. I'm not putting the
us.
time in.
Right. We need y'all. We need y'all that'll watch
Right.
it. We need y'all. Give that support. We need it. Help the little guys. All right. Is that all? Anything else?
I
Want to
believe
plug
so.
anything else?
I think I'm good.
All right, good sir. And you guys can find me right up top on all forms of social media. Real simple. Whether you're watching on the old channel, come on over. The link's down below. Like Entertainment Network. Hit that subscribe button, thumbs up, all that good jazz. You already know. It's your boy Knight.
And I'm Logan.
And as always, we will see y'all in the cave. Peace.
Later, guys.